Well, folks, on today's show, I have my third conversation with George Galloway on the mother of all talk shows, and we talk about the possibility of World War III. Pay attention and listen.
Try and expose the truth about what happened to Jack Kennedy. You know him. You can trust him. So watch his film on the Ukraine, which you can watch for nothing, zero, on YouTube right now. Ukraine on Fire by Oliver Stone. Watch it and then apologize to Caroline because she was right all along. It's Melvin in New York. Go ahead, Melvin.
Hello, George. Do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Always good to hear from you. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, it's nice to talk to you again. Okay, so I came across something on the news today. Apparently, the United States has posted an act saying that if there are WMDs used in Ukraine, okay, that there will be troops being put on ground, which to my understanding will bring us into World War III. So I'd like to get your opinion on this because it's a really messed up situation. Do you think they would do a false flag like they have in other places?
Russia, why would Russia need to use weapons of mass destruction in a war that they are comprehensively winning? So if that really is of the United States, it can only be because they have knowledge of, or perhaps intention to, themselves in a false flag operation to use weapons of mass destruction. In which case we will be in World War III. So the people, including the power in the United States, has to have their eyes wide open before going into that inferno, because they will not escape, and their families will not escape, their friends will not escape, their property, the riches will not escape World War III. Nobody will escape it. Of course, there will be a few hundred, maybe a few thousand, deep underground in nuclear bomb-proof bunkers, but when they emerge from those bunkers, it will be to a world that has been completely incinerated and poisoned by radioactivity, which will soon deal with anyone who has been underground during the nuclear exchange. So everyone needs to know that that's what the end game or the end result of this game would be. And who would want that? Who, even Satan, would have to think twice about willfully going into that good night, because even Satan would be short of things to do and people to do it with if the world came to an end in that way. So I beg you, Melvin, to tell your compatriots that if this is the policy of the United States, it can only be, as it was in other places, like Syria, an alibi for a false flag attack which they have knowledge of or intention to themselves launch. I pray that it's not true. I hope that it's not true. But I have a very real fear that it is true. Thanks, Melvin.
Me too.
In New York. Last call from the legend.